gets slower in the hindquarters and gets heavier in the front end, where I want him to be quicker in the hind end, and that's better. And not quite so worried about the bride. Yes, that's good, that's good, that's better. And then you have to be silent when he is responsive. In other words, you don't want to nag it, because full horses you need the legs off, not horses you need the legs off. And the hind end again. That's good, very good. And then you're going to ask for the top of the outside leg after. That's right. Okay. So for me, I thought that was a cleaner transition and a little bit lighter. I don't know if that's what you felt, but that's what I felt. And you're going to push the hind end out again, and you're just going to keep that outside leg just a little bit more maybe than you'd like. But I want the horse to get more through the top line. Yes. Yes. Okay, so all I'm trying to do is get the hind end more responsive. And it's going to feel weird. You're going to think, what in the hell is Morgan doing? I'm just going around like a kite. And I get that. And then change direction and use your outside leg to change way, and then new outside leg to change where you're going. More outside leg. That's correct. That's correct. There you go. Now he wants to turn his head to the outside. I would get behind him more underneath you. And then keep the base of the neck in front of you. So it isn't just bend the nose. It's make the shoulders move. Shoulders move with the outside leg. Good job. Stay in the middle. You stay in the middle. Yes. Yes. There you go. Way better. And now canter. And trot. If he raises his nose, that means he's not engaged behind. So push the hind end out again. Even more. You've got the nose, not the head, not the leg. Good job. Good job. Now again. Turn the nose. Use your outside leg. Keep the base of the neck in front of you. You stay in the middle too. You're waiting for the right. Correct. And as you half halt, when the mane is coming up to you, that's when you should push the belly wall against the hands and make the horse stay in the air a little longer, and that's the correction. He's still taking his head, so give him a bump to go forward, then half halt him when the mane is up. That's now, that's better. I'm trying to biomechanically make him better about using all four legs. Now he's starting to canter to his face, so half halt on the outside leg and get him back to yeah. Then go across the diagonal in one flying change, and think about keeping the back, the shoulders and everything up. Okay. Go back onto the other lead. You always have a problem sitting in flying change. Okay, so if he's a little bit behind your leg, and I think he is, we can do a couple of things for that. Let's have you ask for the canter. Put the hind end out first. Put the hind end out first. There you go. Better. And it isn't that I want to lose the hindquarters all the time. That's not the point. But if the horse doesn't step underneath the base of their body, they're not balanced. Good job. That's better. That's way straighter. Good drive. Shoulders back and down, belly out in front of you. Make the front of your body longer than the back of your body.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Put yourself a little taller. Make the front of your body a little bit longer then the back of your body. Stay down here if we can't hear, okay? Good. And go across the diagonal in one line shape. Keep coming, keep coming. Yeah, girl. And I'm not real thrilled that he wants to push his head out in the flying change instead of stay in the belly. We'll work on it. Good job. Circle. Think about when your hands are asking to that half up. You're a little late. You need a little faster. Yeah, that's better. Alright. And then go ahead and walk. And walk with the knees up. Where I see a little bit of a struggle with you is that he gets you to try to manage it when he's out of balance instead of managing it when you have an opportunity to get better. You want to just say, here, hold my hand. Yeah. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's just really an opportunist. So it's mostly me. And you probably have.
So there's two things you can do about that. For me, he needs to have a reaction from your leg more. And the reaction from the leg that I could see is going to be a little different than you're probably used to, but I really think it will help the whole use of your aid. And why don't you come here because one of your spurs is low and the other is high. So right, somebody go out there and tighten up the spur on the right side.
Thanks.
The right spur is a little low.
Yeah, thank you.
Those little details. And take it. Are they both up? Take it tight. Tighten it. Strap on them. You can tighten it. And take your foot out of the left stirrup and then pick that up again.
Yeah, that might be good.
No.
Was it the right one that?
Yeah, it's the right one.
Low,
The right
and
one's low.
On the left stirrup, you need to take your foot out of the stirrup and then turn the stirrup more toward you. So you've got it twisted. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's not going any tighter. I need to just do a half a hole, I guess.
So, one of the things that I do with horses that want to take their neck away from me is I do make them go away from my body, but when I do a half up and they want to get heavy, I touch them with the whip and say, no, go forward first, right? Then I ask them to come back again. And because I've decided to ride in their hindquarters, they usually, and I'm not saying he's going to do it right away, they usually come back to me in a better way. In other words, they don't lock the mouth before they do a half up. So we're going to do forward, back, and the trot.
Okay.
And when he decides he's going to lock, you're going to catch him with the whip again. Okay. Head trot. Head trot. Yeah. And now come almost back to the walk. And then go forward again and touch it. Just touch it. Right. And you're very kind with the touch. I'd like a little stay. And back again. Don't push your hands out in front of you. Put your belly out. Good. And touch it. And touch it. That's a girl. That's it. When you do the half halt, you keep the elbows beside your body. You don't push the hands out in front of you. Or you just get the table. That's right. And if he doesn't listen to the half halt, send the hind end. I don't care if it's in or out, but send the hind end quicker
I'm
somewhere.
fine.
Yes?
Yep. That's okay.
if you touch it, this is when you need to touch it. Because at that moment, I just see him drop his back and drop his neck. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is, elementary stuff, but this is what makes everything better. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Come on, drop. Yeah. Oh, I don't want you to be so absolute that all it must be a walk. It's almost a walk, yes, but that's a girl, yeah. And then your legs are quiet until he gets more active. Yeah, that's it. Shoulders back and down, belly out in front of you. Not that it's in contact with a half ball, but it's easy to call. Good job. Okay, now cancel that. Half balls on the outside leg, keep the inside leg on, and cancel. And then back to the squat. Outside leg with the inside leg support. Touch it, touch it. Atta girl. And then camera again. So, back to the squat again. Squat with the outside leg when the vein is up, not when the vein is down. Your timing's a little off. You don't want to teach him how to be that better. You always want to feel like he's coming uphill. The uphill comes from the hind end being active and you not stopping the motion when his neck is down. Better. Good job. And then he should feel like he's a little bit taller and a little easier to ride. Good job. Now back down toward here. Toward here. Outside leg to help the turn. If you just turn on the inside leg, you're asking them to hang. Good job. Good job. And then again, over here. Take your time. Nope. Stop. Why do I not like it? It's because he went into the mouth instead of stepping to the body. That was better. That was better. Good job.
He seems a little worried about my mouth, but yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
And now drop with the outside leg when the mane is up. Alright. And then if you need break, that's fine. So, the reason why I'm asking you is because if you have the calf open at a time when they're on the front legs, there's never going to be self-care. So, he's very willing to do what you want, but he does it on his timeline. Okay, I want to change that. I want you to steer. I want you to be
Well, he's explaining it to me because I don't know that I have the feel of when I'm supposed to do it.
well, it's fine.
I know. But don't think I've got it.
Well, that's fine. I've got, 45 minutes today, 45 minutes tomorrow, and it may be that we keep everything rather generic, but I want you to get there, so that when you start to ride the I-1 and whatever, you're not spending 8 minutes of the 10 minutes you have for the test trying to keep them balanced. That just doesn't work. And the hind, yes. And he's telling, what he tells me when you're riding him is, she's just holding my mouth so I'm not gonna do anything. And they just shut down. So now I have to show you that there's a way to get him much more willing to get forward. It isn't that he doesn't go forward, it's that he is slow at going forward. So when you pick up the leg, hey, when you ask for him to be on the bridle, and you feel him get heavy in the bridle, give him a little touch with the whip. I don't care which side the horse is on, the whip is on. But I want a little touch that says, no, my deal, not yours. Okay, starting to raise up a little bit. Always the outside rein first. That's the rein that you want so that you can keep him, and then kick him over, let it go, that's it. Use your right leg. That's it. I want him on the outside rein, but I want him to do it on his own. In that, I don't feel like he sets himself.
He does.
Okay. So now he's marching along, and I want you to do less with your legs and a little bit more with the whip for today, not always, but for today, so that he's a little bit more concerned that he needs to comply. All right, now you're gonna shorten up the reins again, and you're gonna make him look a little bit to the right, and then you're gonna ask him for the trot. I always trot with the outside leg in the direction of getting him, you're bending to the right, so I use the left leg so that the shoulders don't go to the rail and just get heavy and drop. Right. And I'm trying to keep the base of the neck in front of you. And we'll get, that's good, Ben. That's good, that's good. Outside leg in the corner. You have like 12 to 13 strides on the short side. There's no reason not to use those for collection and for him to behave in that he doesn't go downhill in the corner. And now, outside rein. Yeah. Yeah. And now touch it. Touch it. And don't grab his mouth at the same time you touch, where the half pulse doesn't come through and the stuff carries in there. Yeah. 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 I like it. Okay, and then when he's good, be quiet. Legs are quiet, hands are quiet. And he doesn't have anything to tell you off with. Right. And now canter. Canter. Good. Yeah. I think that the hard part now we have to work on your timing. You're pulling back when the mane is going down. And see when the mane comes up. Or when your braces are in the saddle. Yeah. Yeah. And then you're going to feel him keep coming from behind and a little sliding and stuff. That's not a bad thing. Use your outside leg to turn. That girl. That girl. There it is. And then go across the diagonal one line change, and I want you to keep this thought about staying up. Half halt when the mane is up, and then a change. Yeah, very good. And what happened that I liked is he didn't take the reins down in that line change. Now you need to get back to the outside rein. Half halt when the mane is up. Up. That a girl. And then he should be lighter. Yeah? Yeah? Across the diagonal with one flying change. Outside leg to turn that corner. You just ask him to go down in the bridle. Yes, good job. And back to the trot. Outside rein when the mane is up. Now. Yeah, and forward. Good job. Yeah. Not too much inside bend. More off your leg. Yeah. 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 That's good. Use those corners without going downhill. He should not put his nose down further in the corner. He should actually incite more engagement in the hindquarters. Turn. Right. Correct. Now he went downhill. Think about that outside leg. That was that. And walk. I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. And everybody does it. We think we have to turn with the inside hand. Well, if you already have flexion, you got to move the shoulders with the turn, not the nose. And the hind end has to stay behind the front legs, or the front legs have to stay in front of the hind end. Either way you want to think about it. And where everybody gets in trouble is they come to a corner, they pull on the inside leg, the horse drops to the inside shoulder, and then after that, the horse puzzles through the corner out of balance, speeds up on the short side, and puzzles through the next corner. And
Have trouble with our corners,
yeah,
what to do is collapse in.
right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I've been using the inside leg more than the
No,
outside.
I don't want the inside leg more. He already is overbending.
Okay.
That's for me today.
Yeah, well, this direction, the other way now.
Okay, so we're going to go through the corners again and walk you through it, or walk you through it a little bit. So you're going to pick up a trot and you're going to go into the corners at this end of the arena, then make a half circle and then come back into the corners again. You understand that? So you're going to use the corner like you would if you were going to go across the diagonal or whatever. But after you get through the corner, you're making a half a circle back to the rail so that we can do another corner. Touch it. That's right. Outside leg, outside ring. That's it. No, it's okay. I'll fix it. Okay. I don't want a figure eight. I want corner, half circle to the other rail, corner.
Okay.
Okay, and here's where his straightness gets a little compromised. He wants to bring the hind end to the inside. Touch it. That's right. Outside leg, outside leg. Good. Apple, belly ball. Outside leg, outside leg. Better. And then change direction. And try to relax your biceps. Because your biceps get tight and then your hands get tight. That was the shoulder into the corner. Keep them up. Ah, girl. Now, outside rein, outside leg. You have enough flexion. Yeah. And you could have a little, half off outside rein. Get a forearm behind you. Touch it. Half off. Touch it. That's a girl. Yeah, not so easy, I know. Okay, and now let's canter through the corner. You're pulling the reins, you're pulling, I don't like it. If he's on the bridle, what do? We tell his hind end to move around. Put him into the outside, put him to the inside, but don't just decide you're going to fix the balance with the reins. Safety here in the canter. If you get the shoulders too deep in the corner, he's going to labor. So think about half hold when the mane is up. Turn him with the outside leg, outside leg. Better balance. Better balance. Now you're timing into a lock. Touch him when he goes down. When he gets heavy, you touch him. You keep the legs coming, but you touch him. Ah! Good job. All right, go across the diagonal, do a plank change, come back to the same exercise on the other leg. Keep them up. Keep thinking about what you're doing. And you go behind your leg a little bit there, but I think you tried twisting his head. The base of the neck has to be in front for a clean, straight thing. When you're training a horse to chase, yeah, you do flex a lot, but not when that's beautiful. That is really pretty. Now you're going to go through the corner with your outside leg helping him. Way better on the first one, a little bit flat on the second one. Turn, make your circle. Good job. Make your circle, come. Atta girl. Super. One more time through the corner. And then half hold 4 times from the short side. Belly wall, belly wall, belly wall. So where you got in trouble with your half halt is you went to the hand instead of using your body. Make the horse come back to your body, not your hand. Belly wall, belly wall, belly wall. Yeah, girl. All right. That got better. All right, we're going to go do something else. Yeah. So if he stops and you don't ask him to stop, if he goes to the trot, I would never allow him to be comfortable in that. I go, get off here, let's go gallop, whatever. I wouldn't allow him to be comfortable that he got away. And what happened is, and it's partly timing on your part, but he gets tired or he gets irritated or whatever, he steals his neck, steals his mouth, and it's a flop, whether you want it or not. Okay, so then you have to make it, if you'll stay right in my hand and better than my hand, you won't get tired. So it's got to be a reprimand in a small way, so that he pays attention to keep counting until it does this. Because as you know, in the FBI, in the I-1 especially, if they break down to a trot, things like the standard zigzag are a nightmare. Because then we're asking for bend death, sideways, back, you know.
And I want to just push it forward because I'm afraid it's going to break.
Right?
And that's my issue. Because I'm afraid if I collect him too much, what's going to happen is like what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But that also is because if you're collecting with your reins, and then he just steals his neck. You've got to make him come back to where your body is. And then the hands are not so involved. If we don't make those horses be responsible for their own balance, then it's never going to be a collective movement. It's always going to be, I hope I survive. And that's not what I want. Let's do some trot lateral work. Let me do that. And you can do the shoulder in, circle half pass like in Precinct George, or you can do it down center line like the I don't care. He doesn't need to be rounded. He needs to be more active. You're worried about how round he is, and he's not active on it. Say, hey, if I have to kick that hard that many times, I have to go to a little bit of a wake-up call in the whip, because he's already behind my legs. How in the hell am I going to get him to do what I want to do if he's constantly telling me no? That's better. And I know sometimes we feel like we have to get ourselves ready. fairly good. You kept the line. You're using your inside hand to bend, and you need more balance on the outside. You want the horse to be in balance on all four legs. That's conscious trailing, and the reason why they're trailing is because you are not asking this horse for supplement. Yeah. Hold the outside rein, ask them to come off the inside leg. Give them a spur on that inside. There you go. And hold outside. Okay. I need to take a couple. Your first shoulder was fairly good. Then you pulled the inside into your circle. Of course, immediately took the slithers down and out, and the neck was out, and so now you're into the hand ride. So we're going to do the shoulders. You're going to come down here. In fact, you always leave me. I get so lonely. I want you to do the shoulder in and just the circle. Don't even think about the half tap. And I'm going to tell you that you need to have more inside leg and more feel on the outside rein, not an exclusion of in, but so you can stand up on all four legs. When you're circling, you shouldn't feel the inside front leg. You should feel the horse carry the shoulders. That's good. So far. That's very good. Now think about half on the outside. Outside. Yeah. I like that. And the reason why I liked it was I didn't feel that he dropped his shoulders down in the circle. He kept them equal. You want to do that again, or you want to do it on the other side? Okay. I mean, I know that what I'm doing is different probably than how you school at home or with your trainer or whatever, but anytime you give the judge the moment that the horse changes their balance to their front legs, we're going to be effective. Stay taller. Belly walk. Right. And maybe in the outside. Second half was not as good, but the first half was excellent. Let's see a medium trot. We need to have a little go here. Trot and a medium trot. Don't care where. Outside rein, half halt, stretch. Don't get your hands involved yet. Now, inside leg to outside leg. So you have twice as much in there for the medium trot. I know you do.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is, again, and this is all about alignment. You came around the corner, the horse was on the inside rein, you asked him to go forward, and we saw him hesitate to go. Now I'm going to do it again. Same place, same way. We're going to do a medium trot, and you're going to have to listen to what I have to say, and I'm going to have you help him get more expressed. So let's trot.
Fine.
And I want you to think about pushing the horse to the outside rein, bring the horse around the corner on the outside rein, look at the leather, half halt with your belly wall, and then just soften your finger and go. Okay, now when you you want to do a collection, you inside leg, the outside ankle, pull the reins first. There you go. So my biggest thing I want to do is make definition of your age, right?
Make what?
Definition of your age. Okay? I think you felt that there was more there at that time. Okay? It's because the hind legs were in alignment and the front legs were in alignment with the hind legs. So then the train could go.
Yeah, no, I set them up much better.
Yeah. And those little details make the difference between the 6s and the 7s. And the 7-5. If that was a medium trot like an I1 where you walk it off, it's very clear to me. Crystal clear to me that you did. And then, you know, I'm like, whatever. But if I say, well, that's a transition, and, well, okay, a couple of steps, I'm going to sit for a 5.5 depending. And the thing that again, we keep talking about, and I keep talking about is, I don't want him to think about using his neck. I want the hind quarters to be way more active. Way more active. And active in a way where he picks up the neck and holds the balance, not goes to the nose. And I realize I'm different in that way. I'm fussy. But I want the horses to, you know, they get to be well pretty. We can't be holding them up.
Right.
Okay. You said you had troubles with the flying changes? No.
Well, I have recently. We went to a show at Galway and we were doing our freestyle with the big flags, and he was crazy. You think he's such an easy guy, but he's crazy with those flags. And so he wasn't listening to the changes at all. It was just like he wasn't listening. And from then on, I don't know if it's me and I'm just trying too hard and getting myself all out of balance. But when we start doing multiples,
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay, I want you to pick up a canter and you did 4 solos, so that was 4s, 3 4s. Do some 4s for me. And the big thing I want you to do is think about where the hind legs are coming through, not look where you're going. I know you should look where you're going, but for right now, I don't want you to focus on where you're going because we all do it. We look at the letter and lean forward like we're riding some kind of rodeo horse. Stupid. Yeah. And always half out when the mane is up. Up and up and up and up. That's better. Better. And show me a 4. Up and up and up and up.
Got him, but
Well,
rather.
yes, but think more balance and change. Now, keep him up. Half-hold and change. Yes. Half-hold and change. Yes. Half-hold and change. There you go. And you're twisting his neck more than you need to. He knows what they are. Don't twist his neck so much. Stretch up. Half hold. Yes. Half hold. Yes. Half hold. Yes. Half hold. Okay. Okay, so what was the difference between those changes and what you usually get? That was
Sometimes
crap.
we just miss this one.
You didn't miss the last one you didn't miss it. That's the walk transition here. You just do right there.
I know.
It isn't dressing
We
well.
were done.
You know, the reason why I'm asking you about that is that because of this tendency, you're just telling him it's okay. Just walk.
Right. I don't want to tell him that.
No. Okay, so those were lovely. The last changes were really lovely, but you stayed taller and you kept yourself with him being more up.
Yeah,
decide that the horse is running off with us with the changes, and we don't do anything about it. You know, eventually, when you get up to the level, you might ask, yeah, give us snap for doing that. It isn't like you can't hold yourself up. You can't. Good job.
It seems like as I get farther in the line, I get less and less balanced and less.
Welcome to the world, babe. That is normal. I mean, for us to have really good balance for the last couple of strides before the line changes, we're just good.
I do have to stop pulling in one direction and then pulling in the other. And then when you try to do two, it's
No, you don't pull. You don't pull.
yeah.
You half pull. Half pull is straight in front of you, neck in front of you. Go show me a line or two. Inside leg. Okay. Ah, that's good. I think that don't ride future and don't ride history. Ride what you're sitting on. Half call and change. Get after with the whip. Get after. And then after the changes again. And the reason why I'm asking you is that you're hesitating in your brain. You gotta go after it like you're going to a party. Yes. 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 Well, no. Yes. Okay, so he didn't get out of sorts when you sat up and said half halt with straightness. Straight. Now you're twisting his head. Use your legs. The new inside leg stays on the earth. The outside leg goes back. The neck stays in front of you like it is now. And then tap up with the belly wall. Sit down. Sit down. All right.
There we go.
You can let him walk the rest. Good job. So the last change was just a touch short, but by that time you were riding the ears. You needed to sit more. And you know, you can't fault the horse for what we do wrong. But the rest of them were gorgeous, and I didn't see any pulling. Okay? And all of that goes back to you're responsible for your own balance, bud. I am not going to hold you up. And that's going to have to be a mental thing for you, that it becomes very quick in your brain. Hey, you're on my hands, I'm on your mouth, we got to change something right now. And the reason why I asked the horse to stay underneath himself is like those changes, he came right through straight and narrow. Okay? If you do too much hand drive, the hand drive ends up making you late for the ace. You're too busy. You have to purify the ace enough for the horse to have time to get what they need to have. I mean, and that's hard. You know, for 3 million years or whatever, how many million years we've been on the planet, we've used our hands for survival. Well, not now. And the other thing that you do is that you don't stretch your front of your body up and through. I want your belly to flop over to you. And the only reason I get after that is because, think about it, when I push your belly out, when you tighten your butt muscles at the same time, not very easily. Yeah, and the reason for that is, the reason why I say it the way I say it is because if the butt muscles are tight, that's round.
So when I have halt, I want it pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because then the horse comes back to your body weight, not back to your neck.
I think I do more arm.
Yeah, well, that's,
Yeah.
and I know lots of people say, oh, that's before I have to punch it. No, you have to push it out. The Germans always slap their bellies and say, that's my back.
Well, it definitely seemed to work better on those twos, that second line of twos.
Yeah, because he didn't have to rearrange you to get it done. You didn't have to rearrange yourself to get it done. I'm turning off. Yeah, if you have too many radios on, you have, like opera and Mexican music, on two different radios, you have to turn one of them off to listen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm turning you off a little bit. And I'm making you more responsive. And, he's a lovely horse, and I don't think he's as cold as you think. I just have to take you. When he,
No, I think it is all me. I see he just shuts down.
You don't need to whip yourself.
No, well, I do all the time. But,
I just want to change it so you have more skills.
yeah.
And if I get you, it's like the corners. The corners got really very balanced.
Yeah, no, I wasn't using my outside leg on the corners at all.
And you were using your outside leg. The horse has to have 1/4 wing on both of them. He looks like he has a little bit of a right eye.
He does have an issue with, I don't think it's allergies, but dust gets in his eyes, so he's on medication.
Okay. I just want to when he does that to me, I would smack the hell out. Not with your hand.
Okay.
You don't want to teach him that your hands are going. When he's now take now, give him a smack. That's right. And he goes, oh, yeah, hello. That's right. And then he'll learn, and then he'll do it again.
No, I just do it. I just want
No, you have to, when I let go of the reins, I want to have no feeling now for tick. That's right. Until I did. And then that's right. And good. We'll get there. But the whole point is, even at the walk, when he's like that, don't pull back, smack.
Okay.
It's like a little kid that has to have the last word, or an argument where you have to have the last word, if he's constantly telling you, and then don't come back. Tell him to say, that's what I want. I want him to go, okay, I'm soft. Okay, I'm giving. There you go.
Melissa, can I get a picture
Oh, sure.
with Ian Becky?
Let me take half my clothes off.